Hi everyone. In this video, we'll be looking into a game between Grandmaster Maxim Lagrave and Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura from the round 9 of Global Chess League between Team MVL and Team Hikaru. Let's jump right into the game. MVL starting with the white pieces go for 1 e4. Hikaru replies with c5, knight to f3, g6, d4, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4, bishop to g7, c4, knight to c6, bishop to e3, queen to b6, knight to b3, queen to d8, queen to d2, d6, knight to c3, knight to f6, f3, bishop to e6, knight to d5, knight to d7, bishop to e2, a5, rook to b1, a4, knight to a1, queen to a5, knight to c2, rook to c8, b4, a takes on b3, n+1 move, a takes on b3, king takes on d2 with check, king takes on d2, f5, e takes on f5, bishop takes on f5, bishop to d3, bishop takes on d3, king takes on d3, e6, knight to c3, knight to c5 with check, bishop takes on c5, d takes on c5, knight to e4, king to e7, rook on h to d1, rook to a8, knight takes on c5, rook to a2, knight to e3, bishop to d4, b4, rook to d8. So if you look at this position, after 28 moves into the game, Hikaru is having a slight advantage of minus 0.5. So the right continuation here for MVL is to play. The king is in the same file of the rook. So once this bishop moves, it will be a discovery check. And the immediate threat is capturing this knight and winning the material. Only square for king to move here is e4. Other way to save the material is by playing knight to b3. So the right move in this position was to play knight to b3 and not king to e4. But in the game, MVL failed to figure out the best move in this position and he played king to e4 and this is a blunder. And after this move, Hikaru is having a winning advantage of minus 2.8. The reason for this being a blunder is that now Hikaru can put his rook to e2 and this knight is a pin now and it is being doubly attacked as well. And there is no good way to save this as well. MVL continues with knight takes on b7, rook takes on e3 with check, king to f4, rook to f8 with check, king to g3, rook to e2, knight to a5, bishop to e5 with check, king to h3, knight takes on a5, b takes on a5, rook to f5, rook to b7 with check, king to f6, rook takes on h7. And here, in this position, Hikaru will play a crazy move. He will sacrifice his rook for this pawn and play rook takes on f3 with check. And the idea behind sacrificing this rook for a pawn is that once MVL recaptures this rook, then Hikaru can play a rook takes on h2 with check, and once king moves to g4, he can collect back the rook as well. So at the end of the trade, Hikaru is upon 2 points of material, and MVL continues with f4, bishop to c3, a6, rook to a7, rook to d6, rook to c7, rook to d3, bishop to b4, rook to b3, bishop to c5, rook to b5, bishop to a7, rook to b4, rook to c6, rook to a4, rook to d6, king to f3, rook to d3 with check, king to g4, bishop to f2, rook to a2, bishop to a7, rook to a4, and rook to c3. And it was in this position, after 51 moves into the game, Maxim Lagrave resigned to Hikaru Nakamura as he will not be able to make any progress in this position. And Team Hikaru went on to defeat Team MVL as well. The reason for resignation is pretty much obvious. Hikaru is upon 2 points of material and they are headed into an end game, and it will be very difficult to defend this position for MVL. So for saying this, MVL decided to resign to Hikaru Nakamura.